scrolling. Hey, look! There's a $7 little mini tiny fan for my little desktop. Hey, that's perfect for me, right? Yeah, so let me just go ahead and contact the person via the Freedom for Sale Facebook group. 7 days later, I receive a message saying, sorry, it's already been sold. Has that ever happened to you? I know that it happened to me, and I don't want it to happen to you guys too. And you know what? I don't want to wait that long. 7 days? That's terrible for us to have to wait for 7 days just for a response. I'm a college student, and I want my fan now. So we here at Red and Goldfish are here to make your buying and selling needs easy. With our app, the Free and For Sale Facebook app. So how are students currently using how are students currently buying and selling things amongst their peers? Well, here's a little screenshot of the Free and For Sale Facebook group. Currently, it has over 8,000 members. Now, what happens when there are over 8,000 members? More items, more problems. Exactly. Do you want to go through all of this? Yeah, don't kid yourself.
So basically, as we've established, it's a horrible, inefficient process to go through that's painful for everyone. So our solution is to make an app that is basically better in every single way. Adding search categories, filters, easy way to contact people, finding the item you need, basically just so you can do it very quickly.
So feedback is obviously very important. So what we did is we sent a message to a lot of our Facebook friends to add the app, and in the process they shared feedback with us. So some of it was, hey, I really like the recently added items at the top. It'd be great to navigate back to that, right? So we integrated something to address that. Talk about the hierarchy, right? Someone mentioned that it'd be great to have a hierarchy in the login so that users can know that they won't have access to the other categories until they actually log in. Obviously, the mobile interface was a problem, so we got some feedback, and then we'll talk about some of the ways we integrated that feedback.
So over this last 4 days, some of the things that we added was buy requests. So previously, after development on Sunday, you could see lots of items that you want to buy, but you weren't able to request it from the user. So we added a buy request feature to let you contact the person and say that, oh, I'm actually interested in buying what you have. We also integrated with Facebook messaging, so you can send them a Facebook message right through our app. On top of that, you can now see a whole list of the items you have up for sale, and our search engine actually works. So if you search bag, it'll give you all the list of bags that are up for sale.
All right, now we have a YouTube demo of our app in action. I can find it.
So this is the example of logging in. We use Facebook login, so you don't have to worry about usernames and passwords separately. There's full text search. There isn't a bike yet, so we're going to ask for a bike, and we're requesting a bike item, setting a price. We have photo integration, which is pretty cool. And at the bottom, you can say how you want to be contacted, so that way you don't have to deal with our platform if you want to skip it for now. And then you have the list of buy requests. So there's the buy request I just created, and everybody can see the separate buy request. Now say I have a hoodie that I want to sell. Well, I can also list that hoodie there and just type in all the information. Price and description a lot of stuff is optional, so it can be really simple. I just want to put name and description. I don't want to deal with any of the other stuff. But I'm filling it out in the demo because it looks really cool to add a picture and whatnot. And you can use Facebook and Instagram to upload photos to make it even easier. So the idea is it looks nice, people know what they're buying. And Facebook, you just have one image, and you don't have such a structured set of fields that can be searched. And every single field can be full text search within the category, which is really cool. We're using some Google APIs, and Google's really good at search. So. Then you can say where you are, so the person can say, well, he's all the way at Century, there's another fan right here at Trojan, I can just go to Trojan and not have to worry about going across campus. And that's about it. You can see all your items and edit them here also. So say I want to add my description or change it, there's a really easy way, and you can get to see your buy request below. Alright.
Alright, so we did a lot of ad campaigning to get this app out to people, and it was largely successful. We did 2 types of ads. We did sponsored posts on our Facebook page, and we also did the typical Facebook ads. So there's a couple of numbers that we can show you. So this is all of our ad campaigns. As you can see, our ad reach is really quite high, and they're not in vain. We've got actions such as a couple of app installs and quite a few page engagements from each of these ad campaigns. And you can see from our Facebook page that it was largely successful. These are all the posts that were promoted, all down here. And currently we have 290 likes, and this app was launched on Monday, so in the course of 3 or 4 days, we've been getting a lot of likes, and that's all thanks to people sharing, people liking, and just really getting the word out there to all the USC students.
So as far as potential metrics go, I mean, there's definitely a market for us to expand to. The Free for Sale Facebook group on USC has over 8,000 users, so we have a lot more room to expand to. In addition, there's so many universities that have free and for sale groups. I know Berkeley has 12,000 members in their group, UCSD has 10,000, and just basically almost every university has a free and for sale group. So as for reaching out to other members, other schools, we can expand much further.
I've actually had a friend from one of my other schools saw my post, and like she was asking if, oh, is this only going to be for USC? Will it ever be open for other schools? So definitely, like, it's something that other people are interested in too.
So as far as what we have right now, in addition to our current like 290-ish Facebook likes, we have at least 70-something users that have already signed up for our app. Many of these have given us feedback that you saw we implemented previously in our development feedback stages. In addition, we have more than 3,500 page views and several unique views on the page as well. Do you guys have any questions?
And just to wrap things up, we're solving a problem that is really evident in the Facebook group, and we did some research and finding out that San Diego State, UC Berkeley, other universities on the east side literally have the same free and for sale Facebook group, and so this is easily integrated into that. And we're going to keep working on making the interface a lot more accessible to students, and there's a lot of potential. So we're excited to buy, sell, make money, get cheap offers. So we'll open up to any questions.
Thank you.
Any questions? So this would replace the free for sale site on Facebook, right?
It would replace the page, so you could go to the Facebook app and do all the listings and search through them. It's the same functionality, but much better.
When did it go live?
It went live the Sunday night hackathon started, and it's been continually being upgraded throughout the week. So the iteration's been pretty fast.
Do you know how many items you have on there?
We have currently about 15 items submitted by users that aren't us.
Great.
And I'd like to add we have about 35 buy requests, 40 buy requests. So, good metric.
Okay, so just to be clear on the workflow, I guess. So somebody signs up for this and it connects it with their Facebook account, right? And they have something they want to sell. So the moment they enter the data for what they want to sell, it's on here and it's associated with their name, right?
Yes.
And then they can then if anybody wants to buy it, they're immediately in touch with this person. So there's no requirements on having to be friends with anybody. Is this just the only requirement is a Facebook account?
Exactly. You don't have to be friends. You can send a private message, or you can say an alternate way to contact the person if they're not comfortable with private messages.
Okay, so that's the contact stuff. And then, so when you want to buy something, you said there's a search function. So if you want to buy a bag of some sort, you search. How is that filtered or sorted? So suppose like lots of people are selling bags. Is it gonna put people you're friends with first, or how can you specify criteria like a really, let's say, big bag or something?
Well, it's a full text search based on all the fields in the description. So if people are descriptive enough, big bag, it uses Google Search API. So it will find all of the attributes and connect all the search terms together. And then we'll sort the bags and whatnot by date created. And also when something is sold, it just disappears from the site. So there's not a problem. I feel like there's not going to be much clutter because there's going to be a lot of churn of products. And you're not going to ever have more than 1 or 2 pages.
Okay, so from what you said, then it updates very quickly. So it's not, you won't have the case where somebody wants to buy a product, they click it or want to contact the person, but then they find out it's already sold.
When you say you want to buy it and you put in a request, the person can either ignore or accept the request, and when that request is accepted, the item's marked as sold and basically disappears from the site.
Okay, so you can do buy requests all over the place, and then they'll get back to you on whether or not they've accepted it or not.
Yes.
Cool, thank you very much.
I just want to ask one quickly, actually, is on a lot of these websites, you'll have people that make these sell requests and people that make these buy requests, and nobody bothers to check whether there's already a buy request. If I'm trying to sell something, nobody checks if they're looking for someone to buy one, and vice versa. So do you have the capability to really easily see, while you're filling out, say, a buy request, oh, someone's already selling this?
We can have, there's been talk about having it pending, so you can have, when you say you want to say, I want to buy this, it can say there are 4 pending buy requests and there are these similar items that are newer. And the idea is if it kind of sits, it'll fall down in the search because it's sorted by most recently created. So you'll be more likely to look at the most recent items, and then if it just kind of falls off, if that makes sense.
Cool, thank you. Oh, that's all we have time for, sorry.